Dear students, welcome to the e-learning platform for the subject of accountancy, grade 12 commerce, initiated by Cambridge International School, the SUA. I am Kamaljeet Sharma, PGT Accountancy at Cambridge International School, the SUA. Students, we will try to solve few questions from the chapter number 5, that is accounting for partnership firms, admission of a new partner. Dear students, in the previous session we have completed question number 13, 17, 62 from the book Double Entry Bookkeeping by T.S. Garewal, Volume 1. Today we will solve the question number 16, 37 and 64. Students, we will start with the topic calculation of new profit sharing ratio. The question number 1 is A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C into partnership who acquires 1 by 5th of his share from A and 4 by 25th share from B. Calculate new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio. This question is similar to the question number 16 from T.S. Garewal. So we will try to solve this question. The old ratio of A and B is 3:2. New partner is C. Now C's total share is not given in the question. It is mentioned in the question that C will acquire 1 by 5th of his share, and the share of C is not given in the question. So 1 by 5th of his share from A and 4 by 25th from B. It is not 4 by 25th of his share. It is written as 4 by 25th share from B. Now we will assume let the total share of C is 1. If he takes 1/5 of total share from A, he must be getting remaining 4 by 5th of total share from B. That is, C will get, if the total share of C is 1 and 1 by 5th he is getting from A, it means the remaining 4 by 5th share he will be getting from B. So 4 by 5th of total share of C is 4 by 25, which is already given in the question. Hence total share of C is equals to 4 by 25 into reciprocal of the remaining share, that is 5 by 4, which comes to 5 by 25, which we can write like 1 by 25. It means now it is clear that C's share is 1 by 5, which he takes 1 by 25 from A and 4 by 25 from B. The new ratio of A is, it is old ratio of A is 3 by 5, and if we will be giving 1 by 25 to C, the remaining would be 14 by 25. Again, new ratio of B would be 2 by 5 minus 4 by 25, which comes to 6 by 25. Hence the new ratio of A, B, C is 14 by 25 is to 6 by 25 is to 1 by 5. Taking the denominator as same, the ratio would be 14 is to 6 is to 5. Students, the next question is from the topic treatment of goodwill. Question number 2 is Anil and Sunil are equal partners with a capital of rupees 3,20,000 and rupees 2,40,000 respectively. They admitted Charu for 1 by 4th share in the profits of the firm on 1st April 2010. Charu brings rupees 3,20,000 as his share of capital. Calculate the value of goodwill and journalize. This question is similar to the question number 37 from T.S. Garewal. Now we will solve this question. Students, in this question there is no information related with the goodwill. No value of goodwill is given in the question and there is no hint for calculating goodwill also. So these types of questions are related with the topic hidden goodwill, and this question is very much important from examination point of view. Now we will solve this question. According to the question, Charu's capital for 1 by 4 share is equals to 3,20,000. Total capital of the firm, that is new firm, would be 3,20,000 into reciprocal of Charu's share, that is 4 by 1, which comes to 12,80,000. Now the existing capitals means the capital of old partners plus the capital brought in by new partner. It is 3,20,000 plus 2,40,000 plus 3,20,000, which comes to 8,80,000. This 8,80,000 is the existing capital, total existing capital of the firm. Now we will calculate the value of goodwill, which is called hidden goodwill. It is 12,80,000 minus 8,80,000 comes to 4 lakh. This 4 lakh rupees is the value of total goodwill of the firm. The total goodwill of the firm is rupees 4 lakh. Out of this 4 lakhs, Charu's share would be 4 lakh into 1 by 4, that is 1 lakh rupees, which he must bring as premium for goodwill. But there is no information that Charu brings his share of premium in the business. So we will record like this. The first journal entry would be bank account debit to Charu's capital account, that is 3,20,000. And as we have taught you that at the time of hidden goodwill, we will assume that the partner is not able to bring his share of goodwill. So we will treat like that. We will treat this question that the new partner is not able to bring his share of goodwill. So here we will open the current account of the new partner. The entry would be Charu's current account debit to Anil's current account to Sunil's current account. So Charu's current account debited with the 1 lakh rupees and Anil and Sunil's current account are debited with 50,000 each, because the sacrificing ratio is equal. Here Anil and Sunil's current are also credited with their current account, because in the question it is clearly mentioned that the capitals of Anil and Sunil are fixed. So we will write a note like this: the capital accounts are maintained following fixed capital accounts method. Hence, for adjustment of goodwill, current accounts of the partners are debited or credited accordingly. The third question is related with the preparation of partners capital account, revaluation account and balance sheet of the firm, new firm. This question is similar to the question number 67 of the T.S. Garewal. In this question, A, B, C are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2019 is as follows. In this question, the balance sheet consists of liabilities and assets. On the liability side, the capital of all the three partners are given. All the three old partners' capitals are given. A's capital is 60,000, B's capital is 60,000, and C's capital is 40,000. Now, creditors are worth rupees 30,000, bills payable rupees 10,000, and the total of liability side comes to rupees 2 lakh. On the asset side, land and building consist of 50,000, plant and machinery 40,000, furniture 30,000, stock 20,000, debtors 30,000, bills receivable 20,000, bank rupees 10,000, which also totals at rupees 2 lakh. The total of the balance sheet is rupees 2 lakh on both the sides. Now D is admitted as a partner on 1st April 2019 for equal share. His capital is to be rupees 50,000. Following adjustments are agreed on D's admission. Equal share means now there will be 4 total partners including D. It means the D's share would be 1 by 4. First adjustment is out of the creditors, a sum of rupees 10,000 is due to D. It will be adjusted against his capital. Second adjustments belongs to advertisement expenses of rupees 1200 are to be carried forward as prepaid expenses. Third adjustment includes expenses debited in profit and loss account includes a sum of rupees 2000 for B's personal expenses. The adjustment is a bill of exchange of rupees 4,000 which was previously discounted with the bank was dishonored on 31st March 2019 but no entry was passed for this dishonor. Then a provision for doubtful debts at the rate of 5% is to be created against debtors. Next adjustment is expenses on revaluation amounted to rupees 2100 is paid by A. Now prepare necessary ledgers and balance sheet of new firm. Students, the new profit sharing ratio among A, B, C, D we have to calculate. D's share is 1 by 4 which is given in the question and his capital is also given as rupees 50,000 but out of this 50,000 we already owe rupees 10,000 to D which is included in the creditor mentioned in the first adjustment and it will be adjusted against his capital. It means out of total 50,000, 40,000 he will be bring in cash or through bank and remaining rupees 10,000 we will transfer from creditors account. Now advertisement expenses which we have paid, out of those payments rupees 1200 belongs to the prepaid. It means 1200 will not do not belongs to current year. It will be adjusted in the next year, hence it is called prepaid expenses. Next adjustment is expenses debited in profit and loss account. It means at the time of preparation of profit and loss account we debited rupees 2000 which was B's personal expenses but it was considered as business expenses. So next is a bill of exchange which is 4,000, a bill of exchange of rupees 4,000 which was discounted with the bank but was dishonored. So this dishonored we have to treat before the creation of provision for doubtful debts. The entry for this dishonored would be debtors account debit to bank account. We have read this in the previous class, grade 11th. In the chapter bills of exchange, at the time of dishonor of a bill discounted from bank, we will pass a journal entry that is debtors account debit to bank account. We will again debit the customer in the name of debtors and make the payment to the bank. So it will increase debtors with rupees 4,000 and reduce the bank with rupees 4,000. Now in the next adjustment, when we create the provision for doubtful debt, we will include the previous 4,000 in the debtors account in the amount of debtors at the rate of 5% is to be created against debtors. Now the next adjustment is expenses on revaluation account, means at the time of revaluation certain assets and liabilities are being revaluated, and this work is to be done by A. For this he is to be paid a remuneration of rupees 2100 and we will transfer this 2100 to A's account. Now prepare necessary ledgers here means preparation of revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the new firm. So students, in the revaluation account, we will record the prepaid advertisement expenses with rupees 1200 by prepaid advertisement expenses account 1200. Then by B's capital account rupees 2000. Debit side to provision for doubtful debt 1700. This 1700 comes, old debtors were rupees 30,000 and we will add rupees 4,000 of the bill discounted bill dishonored, that is 4,000, and the 5% of 34,000 would be 1700, and A is allowed a remuneration of rupees 2100, so to A's capital account as an expenses 2100. The total loss is 600 to be divided among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1, that is 300, 200 and 100. Write the notes. Advertisement expenses of rupees 1200 relate to next year but wrongly debited to current year's expenses, hence it is credited to revaluation account and debited to prepaid advertisement expense account. In the next year the amount will be debited to advertisement expenses account. Next, personal expenses of B of rupees 2000 were wrongly debited as expenses of the firm instead of B's drawings account. So the error is now rectified by passing the following entry, that is B's capital account debit to revaluation account. Students, while preparation of partners capital account, there are 4 partners A, B, C and D. So see carefully. We will record the opening balance. By balance brought down 60,000 of A, 60,000 of B and 40,000 of C. D is new partner, so we will not record his capital as a balance brought down. Then the next entry would be by revaluation expenses which is allowed to A. So A's capital count is credited with 2100. The next entry will be by creditors in the column of D because it is the amount which we owe to D included in creditors, and the remaining balance of rupees 40,000 we will record like by bank account 40,000 rupees. On the debit side to revaluation, the expenses B's personal expenses of rupees 2000 is recorded. After that, to revaluation loss is recorded, that is 300, 200 and 100. And after the recording of these entries, we will total the credit side and deduct the debit side out of it to find out the balance carried down. So the balance carried down comes to A rupees 61,800, B 57,800, C 39,900 and D rupees 50,000. Now it is the last stage of the question, that is preparation of balance sheet. In the balance sheet of A, B, C, D on 1st April 2019, that on the liability side, the capitals of all the 4 partners to be recorded, it is 61,800, 57,800, 39,900 and D's capital would be 50,000. The total comes to 2,09,500 as a capital of all the 4 partners in the firm. Creditors will remain 20,000 after deducting 10,000 of D. Then bills payable 10,000. On the asset side, land and building 50,000, plant and machinery 40,000, furniture 30,000 and stock 20,000 as before. In the debtors, total debtors were rupees 30,000 and we have added the discounted bill dishonor of rupees 400 and deducted the provision for doubtful debts 1700. Now it comes to 32,300. Bills receivable would be rupees as it is 20,000 and bank 46,000 after the cash brought in by D and payment of the dishonored bill. And in the last, prepaid advertisement expenses of rupees 1200 would be recorded, and the total of the balance sheet comes to 2,39,500 on both the sides. Now in the working notes, it is good to prepare bank account. The balance of the bank is to balance brought down 10,000 and the capital brought in by D in the form of check, that is 40,000, and the payment made to bank on account of dishonored bill is 4,000. The balance would be 46,000. And as I have already mentioned, the provision for doubtful debt on debtors is calculated on 34,000. That is 30,000 the value of debtors previously we have recorded and 4,000 on account of discounted bill dishonor. So 5% of 34,000 is 1700. When a previous bill previously discounted is dishonor, debtors account is debited and bank account is credited. That is, debtors balance is increased and bank's balance is decreased. So entry would be debtors account debit to bank account with rupees 4,000. Next, third working note is D is required to bring only rupees 50,000 as capital. However, the firm already owes to him a sum of rupees 10,000 as creditor, which is stated to be transferred to his capital account as per adjustment A in the question. So in view of this, D is required to bring 40,000, that is 50,000 minus 10,000 only instead of 50,000. So entry for recording the amount of creditor is creditor's account debit to D's capital account with the rupees 10,000. So we have completed the three questions from three different topics. The first topic is calculation of new profit sharing ratio. The second topic is treatment of goodwill, and third question is related with the preparation of revaluation account and partners capital account and balance sheet. I hope it would help you while solving the questions from your book T.S. Grewal. Now your homework is try to solve all the questions related with these topics from the book Double Entry Bookkeeping by T.S. Grewal Volume 1, and also try to solve the questions from NCERT. All the above questions to be solved in your homework notebook. And dear students, try to give some special attention toward multiple choice questions, that is MCQ, given in your book. So stay home, stay safe, but study regularly. Okay, thank you.